Oh my God, we are live.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Shysta is what I meant to say, but thank you, Andy, for cracking that. Damn, we haven't picked up on these in a while, and that's what's kind of stalled the first episode. Whenever you saw it, like, what was the last time we shot it? Maybe like 6 weeks ago, like the episode 4, because this is episode 5 now. But damn, all right, we're back into it. We're getting back into the swing of things. We got a little busy, mommy and daddy duties. Also, having Andy come out, to help us with these, like, we have to be mentally prepared because we have to try to tie it in with the kids' sleep schedule. They go to bed around like 12 or 1. In this case, 2:30 they went to bed.
It's a little late, but hopefully
But we shot the intro today.
Yeah.
That's what do you have on the same top?
No. Yeah, this is what I wore.
That's what we shot for the intro that you see in episode 1, 2, 3, and now 4, 5. So, yeah, let's go ahead and update the people on what we're up to. Who are we? Have we changed? Fun little update on my end. I can't stop not wearing underwear.
You can't stop not wearing underwear.
I keep going commando ever since the whole, like, pandemic happened, and we were ever since the whole quarantine, basically. Mm-hmm. I just got used to putting on shorts and kind of free balling under there.
I feel like that's probably common though for a lot of guys, especially if you're at home.
I've always worn underwear. I've always worn my little tantarans, my boxers,
your little thongs.
Babe, I have one on right now. No, but I really feel like I gotten so used to it that now when I go out, I'm like, what am I gonna put underwear for?
I have to tell him to put underwear. I'm like, put underwear on.
Why? Oh, because of the DP. The DP, baby.
That's a dig print. I was like, that's not what a bulge is. I was like, wait.
Don't you mean B?
I know, it was like DB. I was like, P? Doesn't make sense.
Sometimes I do that in the middle of jokes. I'm like, wait for it.
It's
there
gonna
she is. There it is.
It's clicking. I'm a little delayed.
Yeah. The hardest part to why these podcasts, like the episodes took so long, is because I had to sit there and watch myself talk, like back-to-back hours when Andy was sending them over. And I hate seeing myself. All these, like, us conversating, like, I love conversating with you, but watching myself conversate, like, even little things that I'm doing right now, I'm like,
yeah,
not to be so conscious of.
You start to judge yourself, like, why am I slouching? Why is my hair like this? What am I doing with my arm? Like, I said that funny?
Why did I stutter? Like, I could have said that easier. What happened, Andy?
And I just feel bad texting you, like, hey, did you watch it?
Yeah, because right now
I feel like I'm annoying you. Like,
no, not at all. I actually appreciate it. Because there's episode 1, 2 that I sent him notes for, and then 3 is I'm having a hard time with. I think we get into farts.
Yeah, we talked about farting.
But there's something near the end where it's just like, I sound so dumb. I think in the notes, I talk to you in the notes, and I'm just like, from minute 34 to minute, 3 minutes from here on out, like, what am I talking about? Because I jump subjects so much.
You do.
Speaking of which, how's your mom doing?
You do have, like, it's cute though. It's funny, but I remember, like,
is it cute?
If we're ever
is it
like
funny?
If we're ever conversating with anybody, I have to, like, monitor the conversations because you tend to go, like, zoom, like, you just, like, take one conversation, you go off with it, and I'm like, and then let's go back to your first question.
You were talking about, okay, you remember being born. Let's start there.
No, it's funny though.
Oh, man. But anyways, underwear. I can't do it. You know what it is also? Is I've gained weight. I've put on maybe like 10 to 12 pounds throughout the quarantina. Uh-huh. And I mean, I've dropped maybe like 8 pounds now. Yeah, and I'm fluctuating. Because sometimes I'm doing good, and then one day you're just like, I want wings. And I'm like, yes.
I know. I feel like that's everybody, though. Like, this pandemic really got us just at home, binge eating. What can we binge watch? And, the gyms were closed. Mm-hmm. So that didn't help. But now that everything's open, we're like, kind of stuck in this routine that we made for ourselves because for like a whole year, we were just, that's all we had to do.
You know what sucked is that I was sitting there scrapping for the gym equipment in the garage. I was like building, and I was just like, yeah, just like, ding, ding. I don't know, insert some hardworking music. And then the gyms opened up.
Yep.
And I was so upset because I'm like, I actually like the vibe of going to the gym, having multiple options. You're just going in there like, yeah, I'll do some legs. Just,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you know.
It's a different environment.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And then as soon as we're like, yeah, we got a home gym, the actual gyms are open, we're like, shoot.
Damn it. It's hot in here.
I know.
Even though I have a TV, and the TV kind of sucks. It takes forever to turn on,
It does.
and the volume doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah.
One
But-
time I turned it on, and the audio was just completely done.
Yeah.
So, it
But
gets
I
hot in
mean,
here.
it's also good just in case, like, if like we can't make it to the gym, which probably won't ever happen because it's literally down the street. We still have our gym equipment here,
Mhm.
but it is such a huge difference from working out at home versus at an actual gym.
Yeah. True that, homie.
Yeah, homie.
First world problems,
and,
I know,
Sometimes
look
I
at
just
us.
hate hearing what I say. I'm just like,
We're sitting just like, and then when like the air conditioning doesn't go to full blast, so we have to wait an extra 10 minutes.
I know. Yeah, I didn't start making a routine for myself though because it's hard to work for me personally to work out during the day. So we're lucky enough that the gym right by us is open 24/7 now that it's open. So I go at night when the kids are asleep, which is usually
Mhm.
around like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. So that's my gym time.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I'm not saying it's routine. I started going like 3 times. I'm just like I'm back in the gym. It's
Yeah.
not at all true. You gulped and you looked at me. I don't know.
Estaba thirsty, fool.
Okay. Oh.
So what's new? What's going on? What's new in our lives? As far as the boys, they're getting bigger. They're teething more. Their molars are coming in.
I know.
They're stopping us from like going out and doing things a few times here and there. But it did not stop us from going to Vegas.
We went to
We
Vegas.
did it. We went to Vegas. My sister turned 21, and we went out there and we partied. We took the kids with us.
We took the kids with us. We drove to Vegas with the kids.
We had like 4 hours, maybe with the stops, like almost 5.
Almost 5. It was our first family trip, especially road trip.
You know what was
First-
helpful though? That little iPad
Yeah.
holder thing we got from Amazon. Have you seen those? They're like
You put them on the seats?
yeah, you put them on the seats,
Yeah.
like little headrest, and it has like these little clips on the 2 little metal things on the whatever. And it extends, it holds the iPad, and they were able to watch their simple songs.
That was our lifesaver, honestly.
Yeah. So that helped a lot
Yeah.
because I feel like they get very fussy and, you know,
Yeah, well, I was more worried about Cruz. Cruz seems to get more car sick.
Yeah.
Just like I get car sick too. So,
That's true. And then you actually want to drive more because
Yeah.
of that.
I would prefer driving, being the one that drives versus being passenger or backseat because my motion sickness would hit and I will just instantly just want to throw up. But I drove. It was my first time driving to Vegas, which
Yeah.
was fun.
I drove like the first, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
We all met up with like my mom and my sister at some like
Uh-huh.
rest area. And then you took over from there.
And then from there, yeah, I drove to Vegas. It was fun though. We
Yeah,
got
it
an
was fun.
Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about some Airbnbs is the pictures look amazing.
Yeah.
You're just like, wow, this is luxury. We're gonna
Mhm.
live it, baby. You get there and you realize the doors don't close well. You have to lift them up. If not, they're just.
And it's not only that, the neighborhoods.
That neighborhood was sketch.
It was pretty
Yeah.
pretty scary.
Yeah, like it just looked like a little sketchy. Like it was just like we're going down a street and then I don't know, we went over like a bridge and we're like, oh.
Uh-huh. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
There
So
was like police sirens in the back. I know.
get on the floor. I feel like
Stupid.
we could have. I mean, obviously there's like the hotel option that you could
Mhm.
do, and I don't know. I think next time definitely hotel.
Oh, yeah, next time for sure we'll be hotel living.
Hotel living, baby.
Hotel living the Vegas experience.
Mhm. But other than that, like we had a good time. Like the nighttime we
Drunk.
got crunk,
I was
dude.
pretty drunk. That was our first time going out since like officially like both of us going out, getting drunk together, dancing.
I feel like we had another moment recently, no?
No.
Or was it here at the house? Or was that me by myself?
It was you by yourself
Okay.
while I'm at home with the kids.
Okay, hang on. The kids were asleep.
Podcast.
Yeah, cool. I like you.
I'll keep you.
I'm gonna hang on to you. Should I talk about that moment in Vegas with that bartender?
If you want, yeah.
Oh my
That was
God.
interesting.
So I was telling Andy, I told Andy this story. I tend to get really upset if people, especially in the customer service business, like kind of treat me like shit. I don't like it. I used to work in customer service and stuff, right? Anyways, we get to this this kind of bar club thing. I don't know, but it's like kind of tented up, but it's inside of the right where the casino is in the Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay. It
Was
was
it?
called the Click. It was like this little
Mm.
spot. It was like a
Mhm.
little lounge area, but it was popping when we
Look
walked
cool.
by.
The first time we walked by, we're like, "Yo, we're trying to get in." They were like, "We're really not letting anyone in right now."
No, Cosmopolitan. That's where it was at.
Yes,
Because
at the
across from
Cosmo.
it was a secret bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It was at the Cosmo. The
Yeah.
click,
Mm-hmm.
Q, click, Q,
Yeah, something like
clicky, something.
that. Somewhere.
Anyways, we get there. Whoever's at the door, it's just and I think this is just like a marketing, or they're probably just trying to make some money. But they're like, "Oh, we're at full capacity right now. The only thing we have available is we have our what were
Like
they?
table booths.
Table or booths for $800." It's like, okay,
Yeah, like okay.
yeah, no one's gonna pay $800 to sit down when
Yeah.
everyone's standing in
In
there
a dark tent.
in a dark, sketchy tent. And so we're like, nah.
Stupid.
I'm dying. So
Let's finish the podcast.
we walked past it, and then we ended up finding this secret bar. It was like a barber shop looking area, and we started talking to them. We were like, kind of, oh, what is this? I'm going into another story, but we'll give you kind of the layout of the first time. It's happening. I'm gonna look back at this and I'm like, oh,
It's
Andy,
okay. It's okay. Go on.
just smack me.
I will stop you. Stop.
But no, and anyways, we get to the bartender, but we get to this super like secret club. It looks like a barbershop. Like it literally legit looks like a barbershop. We talked to the lady at that one, and I tell him, I'm like, oh, it's my sister's birthday. They're like, really? How old is she? I was like, 21. They're like, oh, okay, well, let's see some IDs. And they let us in to this super cool, like it almost seemed underground. And there was like a concert going on, like a dope ass
Yeah.
cover band. They were playing like Foo Fighters. They were playing
They're like all the rock hits.
all the rock
of 'em.
hits. Super dope. I got us some Class of Soul shots there. The bartender there was so dope. He's like, you're 21. I'm going to make you something. Anybody has any type of like peanut allergies? And we're like, no. All right. And he starts making these cool drinks. We're like, man, we got pretty lit from just
Yeah,
that
just
bar.
that.
They started closing up, wrapping up maybe around 1.
Mhm.
So we bounced. And then we went back to that little $800 table booth spot.
Yeah.
And wasn't some chick getting like kicked out or something by
Yeah. Yeah. So your sister and her boyfriend had gone off looking for sandals. We've been in heels and our feet were freaking dying. So they went off to go get some sandals.
Oh, her boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, so we walked past like that click area with the $800 tables, and this girl is being loud. She's yelling at like one of the security guards, and he's like kicking her out. So then I'm like, wait, babe, like go. So
Should we
he,
try-
yeah, so he goes up and he just points to me like, can we get in? And I think in spite of that girl yelling that they just kicked out, they let us
Like,
in.
yeah, you guys can go
Like,
in.
yeah, you guys go in like very loudly so that girl can hear.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, let's go. So then we were in.
Yeah. So now we finally get in. Get to the bar. I made some new friend.
Yeah.
Couple new friends. I have no idea how to describe them, but they were mysterious.
Yeah, we're very
They showed up and they were just like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, if you guys need anything, let us know." I was like, "Cool." I'll go-
Yeah. They gave us their seats at the bar.
Yeah, like a little tabletop next
Yeah.
to the bar,
Yeah.
and they were just really friendly. I don't know if they were trying to hit on you or anything, but thank you, fool. We got in because of
know.
you.
They were so friendly though. They're like, whatever you need, like we
Yeah.
got it. Like we know everybody here, and they were just going deep with like how they have connections.
Yeah, talking about how they had like
Yeah.
connections to like I guess that specific little click club,
Yeah.
and then boy,
It's,
boy's moving.
it's Cruz. He's up and down.
Okay, we're also having trouble with the kids, but I'm sorry. We're keeping everyone on this little cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
So finally start to order some drinks. I'm like, yo, let me get myself a a Cadillac margarita, and then give me something really girly for my girl. You know, she loves all the sweeties, the sweets.
Uh-huh.
So he goes, gotcha, right? He comes back, and he makes them. At that point, my sister and her boyfriend are trying to get in. We texted them where we're at,
Yeah.
and they weren't letting them in. And here comes that mysterious guy again. He pops back in. He goes, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get my sister." And he's like, "I got it for you. I got it."
Uh-huh.
So somehow it worked. They come in, right? The bartender's looking at me, waiting for me to pay. I'm like, "Can you give me the same 2 drinks again?" And he goes, kind of like rolled his eyes out, right? He goes, "Okay." Like he looked like he was tired,
Yeah.
right? I was like, "All right." Goes and makes the drinks, and the guy comes to check in on us. Crystalline and her boyfriend come in, and we have the drinks going. And he goes, "Okay, is that gonna be it?" I'm like, "Let me get 3 Clase Azul shots," because I wanted to pay for me, mysterious guy, and his mysterious friend or brother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it was cousin. I'm not sure.
The guy at the bartender gets like upset.
Yeah.
He looks at me. He goes, "Hey, I got other people here, okay?" I was like, "Whoa." I was like, in my head, I'm upset. I'm drunk here, but I'm still cognizant. I can still, understand things, and I'm just like, the heck,
Yeah.
like, bro, like I'm about to give you a good tip right now.
Yeah.
And he tells me he has other people. I look across the bar. Everyone's kind of like sitting at the bar, but facing their back to it. I'm like, no one looks like the.
Yeah. Like the bartenders have nothing to do at this
I
point.
think he just wanted to be his little stereotypical jerk bartender,
Yeah.
Because there's like this persona you kind of keep as a bartender, like kind of.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm cool. Yeah, people are trying to get my attention. What do you need?
Yeah.
And he had that down 100%. Not like the other guy.
Mm-mm.
He was cool.
The other guy was very welcoming.
And that bar looked busy.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm upset. He gets the 3 shots. He's like, "Is that it?" That's it. So he goes, he gets the shots, put them in. He grabs the bill. He goes, "There you go." I'm like, this motherfucker. So I, give him my card. He comes back, and I had an idea. I was like, all right, I'm gonna tip this guy $100. The bill came out to like $250. All right, this is 4 drinks, 3 Clase Azul shots, and it was like $250.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tip this guy $100 because I'm drunk, and then write him a little message.
I know.
Right? Close it up, write the message, and I send it off
You
to him.
showed me the message.
I
and
showed
was
you the
like,
message.
"Bruh, really?" You're like, no. It's fine.
Like,
It's fine.
wait for it.
It's cool.
Wait for it, right? So I end up coming back to our little table that's next to the bar, and I see I'm paying attention to see if they grab the little book. They finally get the bill, and it's like a bar back guy. And he gets it, and he's just like, and he looks over at the bartender. He's like, right. So everything is loud. Music is good in this club. And then he opens it up. He shows the bartender, and they both go. And they look up at me, and I'm doing this. I don't know why I thought that was cool. I'm on a good one. I'm feeling it, and I'm just kind of like. And it said, "Next time, don't complain."
Mm-hmm.
And so it made sense with my little movement. I was just like, and then I just feel you talking like, "Babe, okay, babe." And
I'm like, "Babe, come on, like he's gonna kick us out." Like,
I'm
really?
like, he can't. I just tipped him $100
Yeah.
to talk a little bit of like.
Yeah.
Next time, don't complain. But let me tell you what. The next time I went up, he was quick to get to me. I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're very interesting when you're drunk. I was like, oh God, please, like I don't get in a fight, especially here. I just got my drink. But it was funny though, because when he read it, you're like, yeah, that's for you. And when he turned around, you're like, I was like, man.
I don't know. Something about me. Yeah.
I was like, we just got in here. Please don't get us kicked out. And you're like, no, it's cool. It's cool.
What do you mean? Mysterious guy is gonna help us.
I know. He was very helpful.
Yeah, he was super sweet. I think I followed him. I don't know.
You did follow him.
Shout outs to you, mysterious man. You know who you are.
Yeah.
He's not gonna watch this.
Probably not. I would just like to say, not to sound cocky, I was telling Andy this. I was like, I got hit on a few times, and even though, like, obviously I'm taken, it was very flattering.
Obviously.
Yes.
Well, now we all know. Who's this mysterious man that you're taking?
It's not to come off cocky, but of course, like after becoming a mom, my body changing and everything, I've been in quarantine in this pandemic like this entire time, and like this was like my first official time going out. It
Yeah.
did feel good to know that like, oh wow.
You know what? And you had like a very nice dress on. Andy, actually, could we pop in a picture right here? Wow.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. But you know what? I did feel good. Like it was not the attention. The
No, babe,
attention
you
of
looked
course
good.
wasn't good, but it felt good. Like my confidence went up.
Yeah.
And I think everybody likes that, you know, like,
Mhm.
oh, you know, like I still got it. I'm a mom, but I still got
Right.
it.
It's definitely one of those I still got it type of moments. And even we'd go out and there was moments where like I'm ordering something at the bar and I had to turn around and see like a guy hitting on you. And he was just like, and then you're like, oh, nah, him, me, and
I have a boyfriend. He's right here.
yeah. And the guy's just,
Yeah. He's up talking now.
oh man.
Yeah, it
But-
was like every single time you were like, you turned your back against me or you were talking to someone, it was in those moments where a guy just so happened to come up to me. I'm just like, this one right here.
And drunk dudes, they don't care. Like they'll stare at your girl in front of you. They have a very like,
Yeah.
you know, and then they'll look at the guy for a little bit. And then I saw a lot of them do like the little turnaround, like to look at your ass. Show us your butt right now. Let's see.
No.
Could we
I don't want to.
see what you're working on?
No.
And isn't it the worst when like you notice because you're the boyfriend, and she's like, "Oh, guys were looking at me." Like, "Oh, I didn't notice."
Mhm.
And, like all the eyes just like.
Yeah. I mean, in a small way, like it's kind of like for me, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Look at my girl, bruh. But don't touch her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight you.
Yeah, right? And
You
me
know?
like wanting a fight. I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
Fight for me.
Like, oh my God, stop. Get him back.
He just touched me. Get him. He touched my
In his
ass.
head. He
Yeah.
undressed me in his head.
I know. Some guys were just way too over the top though with it.
Yeah. It's a lot of older dudes too. They're
Yeah.
funny.
They really
They
are.
really don't care. They'll stare the entire time. Just,
Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, you could be like a sugar daddy. Like if you want to stare at me, at least pay me to stare at me. Yeah, like a 500 just to stare. Thank you.
you know what was really cool? I liked that idea you had where you put like the Venmo, because we caravan with my mom in our car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my mom's rental, you and Crystalyn put like the Venmo for her,
Yeah.
you know, her whole party. So everyone like
Yeah.
bought her a shot. So
Mhm.
shout outs to my friends if you're watching this. Shout outs to very much.
Oh,
Thank you very
yeah.
much. So you guys made it a very, very fun night.
Oh, it was very fun. And then it was funny because she forgot her sash. So I think Natalie had bought her like my 21st like sash something. And we
Sister-
were
that's
in
my
the
sister-in-law.
we were in the bathroom and the girl was like, "You need to wear a sash because when you wear a sash that you're 21, people will buy you drinks for free." And I was like, "Crystalyn, why didn't you get your sash?" She's like, "I left it. I don't have it." And I was like, "Damn it, now we have to buy you one." We didn't, but
Yeah.
I think next time we'll all just go wearing 21 sashes.
Yeah.
Just bullshit.
How did we start the night? We started the night. Oh, I bought tickets to the Laugh Factory,
Yeah.
and we showed up late.
Yeah.
So I think there was like 3 comedians that go up
For
and
like
then-
25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was cool. Had our first drink. We tried doing that whole, you know how on Instagram it's popping where everyone's just like, "Hi, my name's Eric Ochoa, and this is my first drink," you know? And then you find them like 2 hours later, and they're just, "Hi, my name's Chepa," and like there's just different people. And this is another drink.
Yeah.
So we
did
tried.
the- yeah.
We shot the first one, and then we
And
just
then
forgot.
we just forgot about it until the next day. We're like, we did this. Ew.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had
It was a lot of fun. Good time. Definitely good times. Good time.
Oh God, good times. Good times.
It's not as bad now. I'm just kind of
The cringiness of
the
the word.
cringiness because it's not as popping anymore. But yeah, definitely if we go for another trip, like we definitely don't want to drop the kids off.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, we love our kids. We love the twins. It was definitely an experience to road trip with them, stay at an Airbnb with them, but also us get drunk. They were in complete care, by the way. His mom was taking care of
Yeah.
the
grandparents.
boys, but it was definitely kind of like, okay, if we truly fully want to enjoy ourselves and not worry in the back of our heads, like we gotta leave the kids.
Yeah.
Just leave them.
Yeah. 'Cause there was just certain parts where we were all under the same roof at the Airbnb with the grandparents. And, us waking up all, hungover or whatever, like at 11 o'clock,
I know.
coming down, the kids are just like,
I know,
they start crying
crying.
for us, and it makes it difficult for
Yeah.
everyone else. Just, their emotions are all over the place. But
Yeah, but it was still a good experience.
yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. What else? What else have we been up to?
We're like really boring.
Right? I mean, we kind of just, I feel really happy that our situation is very, we're always here with the kids.
Yeah, we're very blessed to be able to have like both parents here at the house.
They're able to see us every day here. A lot of my work, still with like some of the YouTube stuff, but mostly like branded stuff that I do on my Instagram, which is keeping afloat.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Very, very thankful for that. That, and then we just kind of hang out with the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Boring.
So that's it for today.
That's it. I've started going back to working out. You started working out also.
I started freaking eating horribly.
I know.
I've been so bad at eating.
Such a bad influence.
I just want for like the past month or two, I've been saying like I want wings, but I never get it. And then
I'm always saying no.
Yeah,
you go get them, not me. Then
I know. When we finally came back from Vegas, I was like, you know what? I'm getting wings. I want wings, so I just like I ate a crap ton of wings, and then I had McDonald's last night. We had pizza yesterday. It sounds so
delicious
good,
when it's
but
happening,
it's also
but afterwards, it's like after eating clean and being good, and then like taking your stomach through that pain, I just got inflated. I felt super bloated, and would you look at me?
Huh?
Would you look at my stomach?
I looked at the logo.
You're judging me, fool. Don't judge me, fool.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't eat too much of that. I just feel too sluggy.
I just crave wings right now. Like I want wings again. I'll probably get some.
I always want wings,
but for myself. I love you.
I love you too, fool.
All right, what else should we talk about? We should have like segments though,
Segments?
Yeah, where it's like we either read people's DMs or we reply to like people's like advice for relationships, or we just have like comment like a section where it's.
We should. We definitely should. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll put an email or something right here to start sending questions to, so we can actually start answering some kind of email-based related question. It could be like, relationship. It could be family stuff or just personal things you're going through. And yeah, we'll try to answer them the best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hit us up at
Stupid.
A hardcore dub over him.
I know.
Erica time. The kids are asleep Q&A
Oh, we could do that.
at gmail.com.
No, well, yeah, now we really have to claim that.
Well, we would claim it before this
Yeah.
airs, obviously.
Well, what were some of the things you wanted to talk about?
Andy brought up a good topic earlier. He was talking about how like when we get married, or if when others get married, like right now, what's kind of trending is like changing your last name. And I think you and I have talked about like obviously you changing your last name, but other women have been putting their foot down like, wait a minute, why do I have to change my last name if I'm working also, or so I guess we can start there. What do you feel about it? Did you change your mind all of a sudden with those faces you're giving me right now?
No, I made that face because I didn't know that's a thing right now. Like, I did not make that face. You're so annoying. Now I'm really not changing my last name. No, I mean, I made that
Fine,
face.
I'll change mine.
I made that face because I know. Right? Oh, well, that guy was Cruz and Ezekiel Smalls.
You even know that doesn't sound good.
No, ew. No, I didn't know like that's becoming a thing. Like women are saying no to taking the men's last name. I can understand it in like a standpoint if it's like a celebrity and they have like their celebrity name. I can understand it from that point of view. If like obviously if I was like no, I would change my last name. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would change it, but I also feel like maybe that's just the traditional point of.
There was a video that I completely forgot about that. And maybe we can talk about it in the next podcast, really, because I'm not like that prepared. But there was like a really good point that this person made in a video that I saw as to why he changed last names, and it could be, you know, from a very like religious standpoint. But I don't know. I do know that I've caught up on some of the arguments as to why women don't want to change their last names, or while they'll make it like their middle name. They put it into their middle name, and then they do their husband's last name.
Like it's the abbreviation, right? Like the some.
And back then, I think it was like because the man was a provider. That's what he brought, and kind of starting that family, like a new chapter with your own family and taking on that last name. But I don't know. So I mean, how do you guys feel about it? You guys can comment in the comment section below.
Did you take your man's last name,
Or were you like, nah, he's taking mine?
Yeah, right. Or just stay
Guadalupe.
with yours. Stop. How do you feel about the whole? How do you feel about marriage though? Because I remember we both watched a TikTok the other day where this guy,
oh man,
described like why men don't
why it doesn't benefit men to
Yeah.
get married anymore.
Yeah.
He opened up with just like, first of all, you got to open up with this prenup, which is already hurting the marriage from the get-go,
Yeah.
because it's saying like, oh, in case we don't work out, here are the lines of what you get and what I get. And that's like, that alone is just like, what do you mean if?
Mhm.
So you're already saying something. But I mean, I get it, the insurance of like, just in case things go down, whatever. He goes on to say like, you got to pay, alimony, you got to pay, child support forever. Like there's a like 80% chance the mom will win the kids,
Yeah, so basically what he was saying was like there's no meaning for us men anymore because you see so many failed marriages. And on the
Statistically,
men's,
everything,
on the men's, point of view, it's like what's the meaning behind it? Because I'm just gonna end up losing my kids, seeing them for only like every other weekend for 2 days. I'm gonna have to pay you for the rest of my life. Yeah, of course it depends, but it was a very interesting perspective to see like, wow, like marriage, the whole point of view of marriage is really changing because of what we're seeing nowadays.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting.
There's some benefits I'm sure that can come to it, but I mean, for us, I think it would be like just from a religious point of view, like not to live like so like out of wedlock and whatnot,
Yeah.
And but I totally get what this guy's saying. And he actually at the end he goes, and I want to get married. I just don't want anything on paper. Like he doesn't care about like getting the government involved, So I don't know. I thought that was a very interesting point. Just different points that he made. Maybe we can link that too on the very bottom here.
It's very interesting to see, but it also was like very understandable. Like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, he made good points as to like why it just doesn't benefit men anymore, and it's such a crazy thing because now we can transition into this topic. It's like men's like mental health, obviously both men and women, we can all go through our own struggles and things that we think about, but it's men that kind of go through a very don't talk about it, like man up, shut up way of thinking. And now that everyone's just like on social media and things become more, aware or woke type shit, like it's something interesting that I've noticed. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, like growing up as a guy, like I did grow up kind of like, oh well, yeah, I mean, these are my feelings on something, but like shut up, who cares? Like no one cares. And growing up that way, they say a lot of men become depressed like when they do get married or whenever they get into like family situations, or some of them just feel like nobody ever asks, how are you doing? And I feel like a lot of men relate to that. Like nobody ever really asks because we're very used to just kind of, cool, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's always like in the moment, like, oh, hey, how you doing, man?
Good,
It's like, good.
I'm fine. But we like guys are never, thank you. Let me just vent. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a bunch of different things that I feel like guys go through, and we're very used to just kind of don't make it a big deal and like kind of just swallow it and take it down. I don't know if you can relate to any of that, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like especially growing up in a Hispanic family, like your dad like was just like I remember getting hurt and my dad was like, come on, get up, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, and then like especially around friends, like I feel like there's always that alpha male type thing, so you never talk about what's wrong or if like you guys have problems or like at home and things like that.
Yeah, especially around other like alpha guys. Like you, as a guy, you kind of wanna look tough. You wanna look like that didn't bother me. You want to be unproblematic.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, that's bad or that's totally, you know, like however you want to feel like your personality is, whatever. But I do think there needs to be a release.
Yeah.
And for sometimes, and sometimes I feel like guys' releases is like alcohol. They have these anger problems, addictions to whatever drugs.
Yeah.
And guys that go from living alone or, you know, like having zero responsibilities, it's just themselves, and then having kids, a wife, and a house to take care of, and 2 jobs, that weighs a lot on a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just imagine, like, that comes into your life, and like,
Yeah.
how do you're gonna have a depressed guy
Yeah.
because he doesn't even know how to like, talk to that,
Mm-hmm.
talk to his like wife about what he's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I've been going like. Instead, they'll get like, you know, someone just kind of yelling in their ear, like, you never do anything. So it's like that. And we don't have that conversation enough, I feel. I don't know. I think Joe Rogan was talking about that once too. But he talked about that. Like, why is it that men have like that type of depression?
I mean, it's a lot for guys because, like you said, when they're around other males, they don't want to speak about anything. They want to just be in the moment with their guys. And I feel like guys very much are just like, you know, they're very, what's the word? Like chill and calm, living in the moment. Versus us girls, we can just, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this happened. And then we go deep into like our traumatic lives. And it's like, really? Oh my God, me too. Versus guys are just like, oh, did you watch that game today? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Versus when you're with your girl, I feel like a lot of guys feel like they don't want to be the emotional guy because some girls don't like the emotional guy that has a lot of baggage. So I feel like to
as
some
masculine as they wanted.
Yeah. So I feel like for some guys it can just
You're gonna have to wrap this up soon. Yeah.
I know. So I feel like for some guys it's just you don't want to turn your partner off or come off that emotional sad guy that you feel like you have to take care of now.
Right. Or sometimes, you know, there are some people in a relationship whichever way your relationship is, whoever's dominant or not, you know, are where somebody opens up and they just appreciate that, and learning the difference between, oh man, you need this change, or sometimes it's just like, oh no, you just need someone to listen and someone to vent out to, and you can do that with your partner.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really important to do that. But if you do that too much with like friends, like that's how, you know, like a lot of negative energy comes in. So that's why they say like really protect yourself with.
Oh yeah.
But I think with your spouse, your partner, your lover, it's that conversation just needs to open up. Like today, literally, if you're watching this, ask your partner like, hey, how you doing? And if they answer fine, ask them again. Like, no, like, how are you doing? Like,
no, like, yeah.
Mentally, like have you been feeling anything?
Is there anything you know, that's on your mind that you really want to talk about?
Is anything stressing you out?
Mm-hmm. We do that. We check in with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important. It's very, very, very important. So yeah, we've definitely had moments like that where if I need to stop you for something, like I just feel like your energy's off, or I feel like, you know, you're kind of just distant from me, then I'll ask you questions just like, you good? But it's also about timing. Don't ask someone in the middle of eating, you know, like don't ask like if, you know, they're showering, or if they're on their phone and they're kind of just chilling, you know, like, and they don't want to talk, like, you know, maybe that's right now them de-stressing, or, you know, just kind of like, hey, if you got time tonight, try this. If you have time tonight, we do this a lot. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you tonight. So like, if you ever have any free time tonight, you know, whatever, like after we put the kids to bed, let's talk.
So I want to talk to you.
Yeah. And I've told you too, like, I'm just like, hey, yeah, I kind of want to talk to you about a few things here.
Yeah. Or he's told me before, like, I feel like I'm always checking in on him, but sometimes it could come off like too cutesy, like, oh, like, you know, like the way we talk to each other sometimes can come off very cutesy. But there's been a time where Eric's come up to me. He's like, you know, like, I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to come, like, to open up to you because I don't know if you're being cute with it or if it's like a serious moment you want to have. So I've had to change the way I've, you know, kind of like gone up to him. Like when it's a serious moment, I have to be like, hey, is there anything you want to talk about? Like that's how I'll check in with him versus it being like in the moment, like, oh, how are you feeling? You know? But yeah, you have talked to me before about some things and I have too. And it's healthy. Some things, you know, can be hard to take in, but I feel like together as a couple, you work with it. That's the goal.
And a lot of it, yeah, I think that's really awesome that we can get on that connection level and just talk and understand. and never make it feel like it's an attack.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I feel like because of this happens, and because of you, I'm feeling this way. You know, it's kind of more just like start off with just you, and you're like, I've been feeling this way, and sometimes it makes me feel this way, you know, and then fill in the blanks, whatever. But for me, it would be like the stress of just like everything is on me, kind of a deal, right? Like right now, you are like a working stay-at-home like mother.
Yeah. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
You're a stay-at-home mom, and you know, and it's not an easy job. I understand, especially with two. You know, but sometimes whenever I do need to go off and like the things I used to do was like network a lot and collaborate, and that's how I would come up with a lot of like videos with other people, or I'd just be at the right place at the right time, and I'd meet somebody, and you know, whatever. But now I do everything from home, and then little distressors, things like even playing my Call of Duty, you know.
Yeah.
I bought a guitar, and I was just like, okay, this could be something I do on my off time. And sometimes I'm like, I'm not even like into it, like, you know, you have to want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's just a bunch of little things that I feel like I stress out about, and I just want to vent them and let you know in case like I'm like, hey, I'm sorry if I was rude today. I've been feeling this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, we both have had our moments. We both have different responsibilities and different stress. Like he said, he is the provider of us, the entire family. Me, the boys, the house, the cars, like everything. You are the, what's the word, breadwinner? Breadwinner? Winner?
Sure. Yeah.
Winter bread? I don't know. And for me,
Breadwinner.
my responsibility is like taking care of the house. So I do stress out a lot because even though I'm with the kids, I stress out about myself independently. Who am I? What am I doing with myself other than being a mom? I've like the loss of like identity, which I've talked to you about. And then for you, it's like work based. You know, like I need to start working more, doing this more.
Mhm.
Since the pandemic, like obviously it's affected everybody. Yeah, I feel like this past year has definitely tested us, especially like
It has.
being together 24/7.
Yeah.
You know.
We don't have the type of, maybe the more common relationship with everyone else is like dad leaves for work and at 8 a.m. or something comes back like at 6, you know,
The usual work.
9 to 5 or whatever. I'm like here.
Yeah.
We go to bed. I see you. We wake up. We see each other. And sometimes it's like, ugh, leave me alone.
Yeah, like don't get us wrong. Like we're very happy that we're both home here with the kids, but sometimes it's like we just need like our space from each other.
When we put the kids for a nap, like which would be this time, you'll be in your office sometimes. I'll be in here.
Or
Go to the gym, and like I don't ever like pop in like, hey, what's going on? You wanna? You know, like I'm just like, oh, okay, she's in her own space right now.
We understand that even though we're with each other 24/7, we need space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're both gonna go crazy and just like resent each other. Like ugh.
Same when we argue.
Yeah.
We can get upset about something and then be like, just walk away from each other. Come back an hour later. I'm like, hey, babe.
Hi, baby. Which we were never like that before, but we've come a
we
long,
would hang on
long
to
way.
it, be mad at each other for like the whole day. Just
For like a week.
What?
That's
Talk
me.
to me?
Yeah. Like, what'd you say? Say it to my face.
I don't know.
Bitch.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's. Well, call me bitch.
He did. I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
It's fine.
I don't know. I think it makes you stronger to kind of go through all of that and still not give up, right? Like on what you have.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the time these days, it's like as soon as something happens in a relationship, you guys just get up and leave on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we've done that, I feel like, in our
Where people
past.
get very, I don't deserve that. No. And it's just kind of like, you have to work as a team.
Yeah.
That was it right here on my corner of my temple.
I had one right here, too.
Sorry.
Twins.
Bam.
But
Bam. I'm hungry.
I am too. Wings?
No.
McDonald's?
Babe, stop.
Wings? Andy wants wings. Welcome to our ASMR. I'm obsessed
we
with
can probably
lunch.
clip that whole conversation about like marriage and men's mental health.
We didn't finish it though. Like the ending, I don't think. What was the last thing we talked about?
No, we kind of wrapped it up, like checking in on each other. And then we got into our relationship and us talking about us
Oh yeah.
and how we check in on each other.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to make it all just like about the guy.
Yeah. It's always about you guys. Perfect example.
Oh, as far as that goes, like, you know, whenever you understand, you both gotta be careful with the word roles. When you both understand your roles,
Triggered.
you know, like, and that's basically it. Like, it's just kind of like, what is it that you're providing? You've seen those TikTok videos where girls are sitting there, like, they're asking the girls on the streets. She's like, okay, so what do you want in a guy? He needs to be tall. He needs to have money, a nice car, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, so you want him to, like, provide all these things. They're like, yeah. And then they look at the girl and they go, well, what are you providing? This. He's like, oh, man, that sounds so, like, shallow. He's like, I mean, I'm just dope as fuck, you know, like, it's got to be more than that, you know, like, what is a guy going to get out of this too, you know?
It's so interesting though, because I've seen quite a few TikToks where there's women who are all about being independent, knowing your worth, knowing your value, which 100%, of course.
Right.
You don't just want to give yourself to just anybody and then be stuck in a horrible,
rights,
abusive relationship. So I understand women start to set standards for themselves because they know individually, like, well, I'm this type of person. I deserve this and this and this. So I need a man that's going to provide for me, take me out, you know, be a man. So for women, I feel like it's a different perspective. But I do understand the guy's part. It's like, I don't mind doing that, but also, like, there has to be more for you
What is he
to
getting
offer.
out of this, obviously, yeah. I feel like for guys, you know, we look at things very superficial, for, at least most of us, right? We're very visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And we're constantly like, oh, I mean, she's got to have a booty.
Yeah.
Maybe some titties.
Some teeth.
Some teeth. Thin little waist, or just I like them nice and thicky, you know, whatever it is for you. And I think girls that are born very, like, especially the ones that are just like, oh yeah, I got a nice booty, you know, whatever they look at themselves physically and they think like, I better get myself a man that can take care of all this. And then it's just like, well, it's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about looks and your teeth.
I mean, obviously looks do play a role in that.
We want to be attracted to someone, right?
But I feel like relationship wise, there is so much more than to just looks and being in a relationship. That's why you see people who break up and you're like, what? You broke up with that? It's like, yeah, because they had nothing else to offer other than just what you see or what they post. It's like inside, mentally, personality wise, they were trash.
Guys will fall in love with someone that's like dope, funny, cool. And it doesn't have to be like, you know, like some of them can have just like super trophy type girlfriends, you know, and be like, oh, well, you know, she's hot.
Yeah.
But you need more than that.
You need that intellectual, you know, connection.
Stimulant.
Yeah. That's why when I see it all the time, like with celebrities, like, what? I liked him with this person.
I would have married that girl. I'm like, you don't.
Like, you completely missed out. Or like, you messed up. You effed up. And it's like, dude, you're looking on what you're seeing on the surface, but you don't know that person and like who they are really.
Their kids, their babies. They don't know shit.
I know.
You're idiots.
Idiots.
I love you.
Move on. Anyways, personalities. Looks. I only got with you because I'm just kidding. Because your looks. I'm just kidding.
Your looks on that little thin mustache.
I was not. It's dumb. You're so stupid.
It's just like the fact that you could like barely grow it.
Stop.
That's what keeps you young, honey.
But he wants to shave it, and I'm just like, do not shave it.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I'm dreading the day you shave it.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Right, you come back the next podcast, he's just like completely shaved,
and she's pissed off like
and
this.
I'm like this, just talking in the podcast.
A picture of him with the mustache.
I know, right?
Stupid.
All right, well, I think we could wrap this one up then.
Yeah, go ahead, close us out.
We're closed. I don't know.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. You're cute.
I got this. I am. It's this little mustache. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the Kids Are Asleep podcast. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you check out the links below of things that we talked about, if we did talk about anything. And now it's time for us to continue living our lives.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in episode 6.
Ooh, 6.
Oh, why? Ooh,
Because the number 6. Ooh.
what's wrong with 6? If it's repeated 2 more times, then I get it. Ooh. Silly. I like you. I'm gonna hang on to you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe. Bye.